The first requirement of a leader is to think through what the purpose of whatever they're responsible for, their family, their business, their work group, their department. If you don't get purpose, then chaos will eat you alive. One thing I've found is that people like to talk about purpose, but they don't think very clearly about it. And here's an example. I sit in I don't know if you've ever heard of Stickley furniture. I sit in a really nice chair. It's handcrafted in England or New York. And if you ask the guy who created that chair what its purpose is, you could get very different answers. He could say, that's how I make a living. Or he could say, this is a keepsake. I've handcrafted this so that the people who buy it can keep it and hand it down from generation to generation. Or he could say, hey, stupid, this is for sitting in. Three very different answers about what a chair is. And we don't think clearly about purpose because we get confused about the layering of purpose. In Bezalel, if you read that story about Bezalel God filled him with the Holy Spirit to craft the tabernacle. But if you read the language of that, he gave him very specific skills. He said, I want you to build tables, I want you to build even clothes, all kinds of metal works and those sort of things. And so if you think about Bezalel's purpose, did he think of his purpose as worship? Or did he think of his purpose as I'm building a table today? And sometimes we get so lofty in our purpose, we lose sight that the thing today is just to get my kids to practice. That's my purpose. And it fits into a bigger purpose, which is raising children. And we need to give ourselves cut some slack to realize in the most mundane things, there is purpose. And we have to recognize we're not God. We don't have God's full purposes. We just have a piece of it and be satisfied in the place that he's called us to be. Otherwise, we get overwhelmed.